You know, we're going for $1 million in the launch day for 24 hours because it's never been done anything like it. And so we wrote on the board exactly how many sales were needed to reach the goal.
So you broke it down.
Yeah, and every hour I'd report to my dad and he'd ask for the update, and he was so proud managing the whiteboard, changing the number of how many more were to go. Cool. But yeah, it's interesting that that $1 million day really changed a lot of people's mindsets. You know, people have compared it to like the 4-minute mile.
Right, but Roger Bannister ran that 4-minute mile by rehearsing it in his head. He could never get his body to move that fast, so in his mind he saw it over and over and over again until he got this little sense of certainty and kicked it over the edge.
But it was like a huge mindset shift in people to make that happen.
You knew exactly what you're going after. You had absolute certainty you're going to find a way to make it happen. You envisioned it.
A week before, and this is, anyone can look this up online, a week before the launch day, I registered the internet domain name milliondollarday.com.
Wow.
And Jeff was sharing some principles with me on building anticipation in marketing. You know, not just coming out with something for sale, building up to it. You know, it's just like the music industry. When they release an album, you know, they let you know months in advance, or a movie comes out. You know, so that happened. So I had that milestone of $100,000.
And part of what drove you in each of these cases was one to set the standard higher. That's what all of you guys are doing. You
like
love
stairs.
each other.
You go higher and higher steps.
The potential's there for anybody. You got to get yourself to take action, and the right actions, and you'll get the result. But the problem is most people don't believe to start with.
So, you know, the first thing I ask people is like, well, how much money do you want to make?
Right.
And the wrong answer that I get from people is, well, as much as possible.
Yeah,
as much as possible doesn't exist.
That's right.
You can reverse engineer any number. If you want to make $10 million a week, there's a plan for that.
That's right.
But I tell everybody, but you have to start with making $1 first.
What's holding them back is thinking they have to do 100,000 in a minute, or 1 million, or 10,000, or some big number. What they really have to do is just first show themselves that they can make some money.
And so it starts with the smallest amount of progress. Any progress at all is worth gold compared to no progress. And so that's the challenge for people, is you can believe that. You can believe the $1 million day today.
Well, I want to thank you for sharing this, because it reminds people that if somebody has already, taken the path and made it possible, it's not something that's never been done. Your ability to get there can happen so much more rapidly, but you got to start with the first increment and not be embarrassed by that or think like it doesn't matter. I always tell people, one thing equals happiness: progress.